everyone. Hello. Welcome back to my channel. Always happy to find you here. If you're new to my channel, I hope you stay for a good long while. I hope you click subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, you can click anytime while watching this video, including now. This is part two of my discussion of partner versus project in a relationship, and that how so often people break up and it's a nasty breakup. And they want nothing to do with each other, and all of this nonsense, and just how the unsuccessful relationship is more prevalent than the successful relationship, I'll say. So if you haven't seen part one to this, I suggest you go back and it was my last upload. And take a listen to that so that you can catch yourself up, because now I'm discussing the parameters versus the perimeter of what I would consider a good balanced relationship. And I would say I would have some very strong and solid recommendations for it. I'd put it that way. So having said that, if you haven't seen it, I'll drop it also for your convenience into the description box. Let's get started. As you know, my proposal is that we really look for a strong partner in our relationship versus a person that's a project, and we taking them as they are and not everything that we want, but most of it, and then we think we can work around it, and that never really works out. But so it's really the strongest partner for success for our love. The reason I want to offer this thought of parameters versus perimeters. Now, this is something that I would say that I basically have always thought, but am now verbalizing. And I don't think I've ever seen it even written or spoken anywhere, but maybe it is, but I've always had it in my head. It's always been a good approach for me in my relationships. And I can say that for myself, thank goodness, I've never had a really bad, nasty breakup. I mean, never. And I think it's the way that we valued one another and respected one another, and the depth of the quality of the relationship was so forefront that it felt uncomfortable to even have a certain type of discord between us. We would hurting each other. I'd say it that way. And I still prefer to date that way. It would hurt me to hurt him and vice versa, kind of thing. So that's a parameter, I would say. That's a parameter. And let me tell you what I view in my way of thinking regarding parameters and perimeters. Nowadays, there's so much in cell phones and distrust. Give me the passcode to your phone. All of that. What do I have to ask you for that? I don't want it. Now, I had a man ask me for mine one time, and I gave it to him. I sure did. I gave him the phone and I said, use it right now to make sure it works. And it made him uncomfortable. He never said, that's okay. I'm sorry I asked. I said, no. For some reason, you felt you needed to ask me that. And because I need your deepest trust, use that code I just gave you and see if it worked. Now, if that didn't make him feel bad, guess what? Guess what the code was? I used a different code now, but guess what the code was? It really made him feel awful. He said, oh my God, Sheri, I feel so bad. Sheri, I'm so... He was like, can I take you shopping? I said, no, I'm not the girl, I don't need shopping, but I'm glad you feel the way you feel, because you're showing me the real. The code was his birthday. It was like, you my boo, because you my birthday, you my everything in here. It was his birthday, and he felt so bad. Actually, I was feeling good. He felt bad because I was like, you see. He never doubted me again. Bless his heart. He was like, oh my God, oh my God. He put his birthday in my phone, and that phone unlocked. It's funny now, but the point I'm making on that is there's just no purpose for that. When a person does that, they're not fully trusting you. There's a reason for that. I don't care if you're married or not. It's just like, I mean, you can have it, but like that to me is a perimeter. If you have to put blocks around a person. You have to call them every time. That's to me, I'm saying, but I know that I'm a very independent person. I don't like all that. It's just too much. I don't have time to check on you like that. I need to trust you like that. And trust and believe the universe, the energy will will inform me more than anything else. When you are stepping out of line, you better trust that. So when a person is setting parameters, checking his car and give me your code and who's on your social media, who's this liking, all of this is insecurity. First of all, you're not secure in your relationship. You're you're not secure in yourself or the strength of your relationship if you're doing that. If you're doing that, setting a perimeter means you are setting a bound. Don't cross this line. I don't trust you beyond that. That is usually associated in a project type relationship. Something that is not stealthy, something that's like, you know, breakable, something that's not strengthened as I described it in my last video. A parameter on the other side is associated with more of a partnership. The word parameter means there is a sampling of something by which if you did this over and over again, you would get the same result. That's a parameter. A parameter means if you sample something out or aggregate something out or measure something out, every time you did it, you'd get the same result. That's what I like in a relationship. If you touch me, I touch you back. If you wink, I wink back. If you're away from me and you're thinking of me, I'm thinking of you too, and you'll feel it. If you across the room and I see that someone else sees you, I'm okay with that because I know you got that. And you know where I am. I don't have no time to be jealous of nobody. This this is secure in the relationship. Now, people can step off the plank, but a partnership will bring that back and make them recognize what's at risk. I don't care what's at risk. That person that they're considering, that person could be a triple threat badass, but the partnership is at risk. And to keep the partnership stealthy, you have to have your pentagon strategy. You have to be able to say, no, that's a triple threat the wrong way. All of that is an untouchable thing. And another thing that happens too is when you have what I call an infiltrated person showing up or an infiltrated condition around you. It doesn't even have to be a person. It could be a family member. It could be something that can try and infiltrate the two of you or cause some type of initiation of an atmosphere that wasn't there before that infiltration. I'll put it that way. If you address that with violent communication, you're in a project relationship. If I got to fly off the handle every time something happens, that's a project relationship. If you feel that you are violated by a contact that person has that you're dating, that's a project relationship. You're not strengthening enough. You think I'm gonna delete every contact I've ever had because I'm in a relationship with you? And I don't expect you to either. But I also expect you to know when to and when not to use them, if at all. Because that is the security. That's a strategic, strengthened, stealthy, healthy, loving, formidable relationship. That's some energy going on. That's some synchronization going on. That's some you can't touch this going on. That's the fire and the desire. And that's the very thing that you and everyone else wants in a person. Now, why can't we acquire that? We can't acquire that for one or two reasons. We are a partner picking a project person, and there's an imbalance. Or we're the project person, and we're picking another project person, and that's a weak relationship. Because the only way that that which I'm describing occurs is partner to partner. It's partner to partner. So in that same scenario where I said the infiltration showed up, partner to partner will sit down and use the same tone that I'm using right now and address it. They're not going to overlook it, because addressing it keeps the Pentagon at strategy. They'll address it talking just like this, and they will iron it out. Because ending the partnership is not an option. So seek what you want, but come ready for it. Because if it ended, you weren't ready for it. Okay? Or you caused it. You caused it. And the reason I say you are you is because we never want to identify ourselves as a person that lost such good love. And how do you lose such good love, particularly when it's that? Is you didn't value it when you had it, or you didn't recognize it when you had it, or you didn't respect it as you should have until it was gone. And that's the most difficult part. And let me tell you why. And I love you. I love you. Let me tell you why. A partner, as I described, as if it's so easy to attain, is the most difficult thing to attain. It takes the universe often to bring it to you. It takes a readiness in you and a readiness in that person. It takes the timing. It takes the synchronization of timing. Maybe he wasn't available and you were, or you weren't available and he, whatever your she, he was, whatever, whoever you date, okay? The person wasn't. Or maybe the reconnection didn't connect. I've done several videos on that. Many times people don't make it. Not because they don't want to, but because they lost the hand of the energy, meaning the hand of the universe, because of their inaction or inability to recognize. So recognize, okay? And it's a hard pill to swallow, but recognize. At any rate, I hope you get the love you love, and I hope you get the love you lost. If you lost it, whatever it is, but understand that parameters are more important than perimeters, and nobody likes to be told what to do. So do the one thing that makes you most happy, and I hope you have a wonderful day. If you've gotten this far, please click like, please click subscribe, and I'll see you next time. All right? Good night. I love you.